Hey, Star Fam! How are we doing? Oh my God, my eyes are so red. I got, sure. I got, I told you I've been struggling with like my sunscreen, and I got my sunscreen in my eyes, and I have been like going through it. Like once you get sunscreen in your eyes, it's such a nightmare. It's such a nightmare. But how are you guys? My red eyes aside, how are you guys? Thank you all for being here. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. How are we doing? How are we doing? Why you come on in the room? Let's get into it. Come on in the room. Whoa, come on in the room. Yeah, we got so much to talk about. So won't you come on in the room? Everybody saying, come on in the room. Whoa, come on in the room. Yeah, we got so much to talk about. I said, we got so much to talk about. I said, we got so much to talk about. So won't you come on in the room? Come on. How are we doing? Welcome to a NikkiStar TV Live. I wanted to do something a little different today because I know, like, Fridays we normally talk about hot topics, but for me, hot topics was feeling a bit gossipy, and I feel like we're above that. Like, we can still do our gossip, and get the tea and the mess, but I just feel like we're a little bit more elevated over here. So I wanted to just talk about trending topics going on in the world, not so much hot, but trending, important subjects, important kind of conversations to have, because we have duality here. We have duality here. We can have the messy conversations, but we can also have the important, political, and impactful conversations. So we're going to try something and see if it works. And if you like it, we'll keep it. How are you doing? She got 2 kids, D. Said, tell me now if you're about to be in this live comment shaming this woman for. Oh, no, we're not even talking about that. We are talking about the song. Child, never. Megan is safe over here. Megan is safe over here. She is loved. She is part of the Star fam. Hey, India. How are you? Yes, never. Never. This is Megan Hive. Our little sister's safe over here 3 days in a row. Can you believe it? Who are we? Who are we? Malty said, also, as a wrestling WWE fan, I am highly disgusted at Vince, too. He always did some questionable especially in the 90s and early 2000s. My God, today, if this is what's happened, if this is what he's doing today, one can only imagine what he was doing in his heyday. One can only imagine. Hey, Nicole. Hey, Drewski. Thank you for being here. Drewski said, these hoes be mad at Megan. These hoes be mad at Megan, so catch it. I'm way off. I'm sounding like how Nikki sounded. She sounds. Hey, Toya Star, thank you for being here. F-Tonight 22 said, anybody who grew up in the 90s and was a wrestling fan back then ain't one bit surprised about Vince McMahon. And he played the role of an egomaniac a bit too well. Well, hey, Nancy, how are you? Nicole said, I am tired of Nikki too. It's just getting old at this point. Yes, I think something's going on there. I do. Megan said, hey, y'all, as a wrestling fan since the age of 2, this WWE Vince McMahon scandal is disgusting, disgraceful, and despicable. Absolutely. Hey, Greta. Malty said, we had some crazy news here in the UK. It's possible that the UK goes to war with Russian citizens. Russian citizens may face call-ups to the army. What's that? Also, for football soccer fans, a famous manager coach announced his retirement. Oh, gosh. I know the boys aren't well. The boys aren't well. Hey, Shad, how are you? Laura said, it isn't really a van. Huh? What, Laura? Hey, Marie, how are you? Hey, sup, people? Oh, all the way up. Sarah said, hey, Nikki, did you hear about Alexa Brennan from Love is Blind? Alexa and Brennan from Love and Blind are expecting. Last couple I expected. Alexa and Brennan. Hold on. Alexa and Brennan. I am so shocked that they made it. Good for them. I am so, but you know what? She needed a man like this. Wow. Congrats. Congrats to them. Wow. Sometimes the formula works. Sometimes the formula works. Hey, Kimberly, how are you? Hey, Ryan. Laura said it isn't really a ban. Oh, but they need to follow some rules like not breeding, not selling, muzzle, register. Are we talking about the Russian? What? Laura, what did I miss? Ryan said, disgusted by Nikki and once again making fun of another Black woman's trauma. I guys, there's something else happening there. Ryan said Meg had every right to say what she did in that song, long overdue. I agree. Gas Pack said, girl, Nikki is giving old and wash. It's her at this point. She doesn't need to. I don't think she's ever knew who she was. Tammy Jackson said, hi, Star family. Hi, Toya Star. Caroline said, hey, girl, hey, happy Friday. Yes, we made it. My sister is about to have her first baby. Congrats. Hey, Denard. Hey, Nas V. What's up? Hey, Kim. Hey, Yasmin. Hey, Porshecula. I know. I'm glad to see you here. Stretchy said, hey, Star fam, Nikki, you are blessing us with these lives. I told you, as long as I can be here, I can be here. If I'm not here, I'm working. Oh, thank you. Smitty said, I am excited to hear your takes about the white man. Ciao. We'll get into it. Can I tell you? I am looking at myself. And we're going to be honest. My eyeliner is bothering the mess out of me. One day I'm going to get it. One day I'm going to get it. Yeah, I feel normal. I was like, what's a given? Hey, Faris, how are you? Simply Simone in the building. Simply Simone, my God, today, girl, you are fighting a battle on TikTok. I am so proud of you, but I want you to take a break when you can. I know you have a big heart and you want to help out as much as you can, and you want to get out information to people, and you're very, very loving. As someone who was like, and no, even still, you know what I mean? It takes a toll on you. It can take a toll on you. I just, want to make sure that you are checking in on yourself and making sure that you are okay. The cares of the world will absolutely weigh you down. And a Black woman, I absolutely understand. We are the only ones who can see this, and we are the only ones who jump in to help all the time. But I want to make sure that you are taking care of you. Make yourself a priority. Anyway, Simply Simone said, Nikki, it's still going on. Meg, somebody get the lady some water and some melatonin. It's going to be like this for a very long time until she finds another target. It's Latasha said, greetings and salutations. Hey, it's Latasha. CM said, child, between his and his WWE stuff, Mercury is in what? Micro braids. Karen Adrian 0584, what's up? Said, hi, everyone. Finally caught alive. Watching with my new puppy. Say hi to the puppy for me. Janelle said, hey, Nikki and Star fam. So it's confirmed that Megan is talking about Nikki. I'm confused. She's talking about Nikki. Absolutely. She's absolutely talking about Drake. The people who made fun of her when she was shot by that Jamaican leprechaun. Ren said, Nikki, my love, I'll be in Philly for the first time ever, staying at a hotel behind the convention center. Oh, you are right in the mix. Anything to watch out for in the surrounding area? Any recommendations? If you want to go exploring and, just Philly is very walkable if you're in Center City. I would not go on Center City on some walkable type stuff. I wouldn't do it. King of Prussia Mall is that girl. Check her out if you can. Also, Cherry Hill Mall, which is in South Cherry Hill, New Jersey, but it's so close to Philly. Like everybody does the trip. I would absolutely go there. But Center City, basically downtown Philly, just has everything that you need. It's very, very walkable. I wouldn't walk past a certain time of, I wouldn't walk at night. Especially if you start to see multiple Wawas, turn around. Turn around. But it's a really beautiful and magical place. But it's a city, and it's hood, and and it's ghetto, but it's nice. You know what I mean? You'll have a good time. Just do everything in the daytime. If you're doing anything at night, I would say do it with make sure you're doing it with multiple people, and also make sure you do not look like a tourist. That's all. Don't look like an easy lick. But yeah, you'll have a good time. I was just there and I had a blast. I love my city. I was walking around everywhere. You know what I mean? It's a fun place. It's a city. It's a city. You know what I mean? It's an American city. But I would say, as a tourist, stay in Center City, but don't look like a tourist. Hey, said, hey, Nikki, hey, Star fam. This is a treat 3 days in a row. I know, we're getting back to our pandemic days. Simply Simone said, this news coming out just days after the Netflix deal is wild. What is the Netflix deal? He got a Netflix deal? Netflix is doing everything but paying their actors. $5 billion. Oh, I gotta read this too. How the hell does Netflix have $5 billion? SAG after, what in the hell were you doing? How they got $5 billion? You know what? Megan said, remember y'all, when that Meg stuff came up, do not bring your ghetto over here. Do not bring your ghetto over here. That's exactly why I did not talk about that case. Nope, I'm talking about the song and the song only. Keep that ghetto craziness over there. Don't bring it here, because we fights over here. Hey, NTR, how are you? Hey, so Steph, I know that's right. Sugar Cane, what's up? Said, hey, beautiful Nikki in chat. Thank you. It's Latasha said, I've heard that there was a WWE drama, but I don't know the drama. What's going on? Buckle up. CM said, Vince has parental issues as much as Ryback is off. He ain't never lied about anything to do with Vince. You know, it's not acting, apparently. Some people said, I knew something was coming about him. Me too. Hey, Pink Petals. Hey, Tony. Thank you for being here. Hey, Betty, Petty Boot. What's up? Hey, Onika said the boys aren't well and the girls are fighting. Ciao. The Internet H said, Vince is terrible. I just hope that man gets taken off the board of TKO and put under the jail. We will see. It depends on how bad this gets, but this is, from what I've read, this is horrible. Absolutely horrible. Multi said, I meant to say that if the UK go to wars with Russia, UK citizens may face a call-up. What is a call-up? Oh, a call-up. Oh, no. Oh, they're going to force them to enlist? Oh, wow. Child, let me tell you something. The rich is going to get the working class in any way they can. They're going to get y'all to fight them wars. And they are going to do it by hook or crook. That's why they're trying our Supreme Court, which is like, listen, I'm not telling nobody how to vote. I'm just telling y'all, I'm a one-issue voter. And my issue is making sure that Supreme Court don't send me back to slavery. Absolutely not. Them demons on that Supreme Court is sick. And ain't none of them trying to die. Absolutely not. I got to keep that president blue. I got to keep that president blue. Them demons are crazy. They're actually going to hear a case on whether or not they should enslave unhoused people. Criminalized, but we know what that means, slavery. Unhoused people. You know how easy it is to get put out on the street in America these days? Nobody can afford to live in America. They are trying to enslave us. Again, absolutely not. That Supreme Court will come down in my lifetime. I am planting that seed and I will see the harvest. It will crumble in Jesus' name. Simply Simone said to Love is Blind, 2 Love is Blind babies this year. Yep. Vanessa Lachey is about to sponsor a joint baby shower. I know she's happy. I know she's happy. We finally got some babies. So Seth said, I will never respect a woman that married. Like predators are attractive to some people. Ted Bundy had fans. The Internet H said, I missed all the Nikki drama. I just enjoyed Meg's video. It was so good. Yes, very proud of her. Yasmin said, I also think there is something seriously wrong with Nikki. I used to stand her when I was younger, but I grew up and she never did. Oh, all right. Let me get a few more and then we will get into it. What did I say he was? I said Jamaican. Yes, Canadian. Well, he is. He is Jamaican. But I understand not claiming him. Oh yeah, that JP line, that was good. Oh, that was good. Missy said, hey, Nikki, hey, Star fam, hope you all are well. Mary Crosby voice. Woo, it's a lot going on. I love her. I love her. She is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs in real life, but she is good TV. Oh, Nikki said, Nikki, don't bring Jamaicans in it. His parents are from Barbados and somewhere else. These birds love the cosplay as Jamaican in Canada. Thank you. Simply Simone said, yep, I knew that $5 billion. Where the hell they get $5 billion from? Everybody's gaslighting us. Everybody's gaslighting the working class. Everybody is gaslighting us, and we're just taking it. When are we going to get fed up? When are we going? Black women can't do it all. We're tired. We need help. We need help. Oh, The Rock is on the board. I can see him trying to buy that. Hey, Fareed, how are you? Thank you for being here. Hey, Lovey. Hey, Goofy Gangsta. Desiree, what's up? What's up? The Internet H said it is for 10 years and will start in 20. Oh, y'all talking to yourselves. I love that. Listen, the men in Hollywood get work, y'all. Oh, the men in Hollywood get work. And they get their agents and their managers to scrub the internet of any pictures of them before they got that good work. Girl. Oh, where is it? Iconic work. You don't think he got the money? I think what's his net worth? I know this could be wrong. The Rock's net worth. He worth something. He has a net worth of $800 million. He's almost a billionaire, right? Yeah, he almost a billionaire. Yeah. I can't believe Netflix bought that for $5. Ciao. Anyway, let's get into it. We're going to start off with Vince because I want to scrap that early. But I just felt like we just had to talk about it because what I think is happening is, listen, the day of the reckoning is coming. It's here. And these terrible men in the entertainment industry who have been able to reign for decades are finally coming down. Let me tell you something. Remember a few years ago when he was stepping down and doing all those interviews with him crying about stepping down? I'm like, if you're stepping down, why aren't you happy about it? Right? What I thought that he was just getting older and he's just you know what? I want to hand this over. He was not handing it over. Apparently, he was getting pushed out because he has been a menace from the beginning. He has been sexually harassing and assaulting women for decades. It's finally starting to come out, and it's one lady who I want to say her name because she has released her name. She is pursuing a case against him, but word on the street is there are many others, and she is essentially Vince's Cassie. So let's get into it. So Janelle Grant is actually the lady who brought the case recently against Vince McMahon, the former WWE employee who allegedly was sexually abused. Oh, trigger warning. We are going to talk about this case where it involves sexual abuse. So if this is a trigger for you, I'll give you a moment to step out. You can come back in about 15 minutes. Sorry, I should have prefaced that. Okay. The former WWE employee who allegedly was sexually abused by Vince McMahon broke her silence Friday, saying she hopes any doors of secrecy have been blown off of their hinges. I know that's right, Janelle. I know that's right. Let's go. Janelle Grant claimed the wrestling mogul coerced her into having sex with wrestling stars and other WWE executives, so essentially sex trafficking her, along with more lurid allegations that include McMahon that in trigger warning, just a trigger, child, includes McMahon defecating on her head during a threesome and using sex toys on her that he named after wrestlers, according to a lawsuit filed Thursday. She hopes those at the company, past and present, who fear speaking out about harm is a thing of the past. Grant said in a statement read by her St. Louis-based attorney, Ann Collis, she wishes them all peace. Collis relayed the statement during an interview she gave to a law and crime podcast called Crime Fix with Annette Levy. The interview is set to be available on streaming services Friday evening. Oh, I gotta listen to that. The 43-year-old Grant, who lives in Stamford, Connecticut, filed a lawsuit Thursday. A spokesperson for McMahon said that it was riddled with falsehood, baseless fabrications of events that never transpired, and a malicious distortion of the truth. Mr. McMahon intends to vigorously defend himself against these allegations, the spokesperson said. Her lawsuit comes after the Wall Street Journal reported last year that WWE was investigating an alleged $3 million payment from McMahon to a departing female employee following a consensual affair. It's never consensual. It's never consensual when the man has money and power. Grant, who was unnamed at the time, claimed she received an initial installment of $1 million, but no further payment afterwards in the new lawsuit. All he had to do was pay her this $3 million, and this wouldn't have came out. A subsequent investigation found that McMahon paid $14.6 million to several women who accused him of sexual misconduct. He's a menace. McMahon is alleged to have shared nude photos and explicit videos of Grant without her consent, sex trafficking, with other WWE employees, according to the lawsuit. He once locked her inside his private locker room at the WWE headquarters in Stamford and forced himself on her over a massage table, the complaint said. My God, today. The WWE boss is also alleged to have directed Grant to have sex with other executives and a wrestling star, the lawsuit claims. John Laurinaitis, WWE's former head of talent relations, who was named as a defendant in the lawsuit, was allegedly recruited by McMahon to have sex with Grant. Grant was told by McMahon to visit Laurinaitis in his hotel rooms where she had sex with him before work days. It was alleged in the lawsuit. In one encounter at the WWE office in June 2021, McMahon said Laurinaitis in June 21, McMahon and Laurinaitis forced themselves on her and took turns restraining her for the other. It was alleged in a lawsuit. No means yes and take it B were among the things that McMahon and Laurinaitis said to Grant during the alleged assault, according to the lawsuit. In July 2021, McMahon told Grant to create sexualized content on her phone and sent it to Brock Lesnar, not Brock, a former UFC star whom the WWE was trying to sign at the time. Last July, federal law enforcement agents executed a search warrant and served a federal grand jury to subpoena McMahon, according to a regular filing. Put him under the jail. WWE said the filing with this with the Securities and Exchange Commission's the said in the filing with the Security and Exchange Commission that while government investigations into McMahon remain ongoing, no charges have been brought to or against him. The company said that it has received a voluntary and compulsory legal demands for documents, including from federal law enforcement and regulatory agencies concerning the investigation and related subject matters. The lawsuit by Grant comes just months after WWE was acquired by Endeavor, the sports and entertainment company owned by super agent Ari Emanuel. Endeavor and WWE together form the TKO Group, which brings the wrestling brand under the same corporate umbrella of USC. Mr. McMahon does not control TKO, nor does he oversee the day-to-day operations of WWE. Yep, y'all got to get away from him. A TKO spokesperson told the Post on Thursday, while this matter predates our TKO executive's tenure at the company, we take Ms. Grant's horrific allegations very seriously and are addressing this matter internally. My God, today. It is so sickening how similar Miss Grant's allegations are to Cassie's. Like, this is crazy. This is crazy. And all he had to do was pay her the remainder of the payout that he was going to give her. Because listen, I don't care what nobody said. They're like, oh, why she asking for money? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? The money is not going to cure her trauma, but it could help get her some therapy. Are you kidding me? And I don't want anybody to say, oh, well, she made the choice to do that. Let me tell you something. This man was way older than her, way richer, and way more powerful. He had an influence that was intimidating, and you cannot tell me after the things that he's done to her, allegedly sex trafficking this woman, that she was able to leave that relationship. You think you can break up with a billionaire? Let's be real here. I hope that she gets everything. I hope that she gets everything. And I hope that everything that this man's hands have touched crumble. What do you guys have to say? Wow. I'm flabbergasted. That was a lot. That was a lot. I mean, if they haven't already, it seems as if they have. They're literally distancing themselves from him. They need to make sure he doesn't get a dime from anything that they do. I don't care. They got to buy him out, push him out, whatever it is. He cannot be connected to anything concerning the WWE moving forward. He cannot be. He cannot. CM said Vince cannot be kicked off the board. His contract has been situated in a way that he can, they're all going to lose a lot of money. They're all going to lose a lot of money. Multi said also, this whole WWE thing is happening right before their show tomorrow and so close to WrestleMania 40 in Philly. Here's the thing. I would have said that I think the fans are going to move on and not care. But when I first saw this article on Twitter, the comments from grown men were gagging me. They were like, the WWE has to get away from him. I cannot believe this. I am disgusted. I used to love Vince, not anymore. Like, they were all like really, really shocking me. I didn't see anything negative. Everything that I saw was in support of Janelle. So I don't know. I do not know. If anything, if I were them and I saw myself like the business that I invested in losing money, I would just rebrand it and rename it. Rebrand it and rename it to just get him off of it. Get him off of it. Because I feel like if they can't get him off of it, somebody's going to send him the glory, because that's a lot of money that everybody is losing. Marie said the timeline has been a mess since last night, but I need to keep it in music. I don't need another shoe thrown, child. In the flesh. Why are you defecating on somebody's? What the hell is wrong with them? Something is not right. CM said, Nikki, the T on Vince is this company is his life because this is all he has. And the only way he could be acknowledged by his bio dad. Ask the old folks in North Carolina. You know what? I watched that documentary about those wrestling brothers that all of them like died. The saddest thing ever, but it sends you down a rabbit hole. And I did not know that like there were wrestling families and that those families were so full of sadness, darkness, and drama. I had no idea. I had no idea how dark, sadistic, and twisted a lot of these wrestling families are. And a lot of it is from the dads. Mothers, you got to start leaving with the kids. These men are not well. The NNH said he was stepping down because of the accusations, and then came back on board for the TKO deal. Now he's just sitting there like nothing changed. He's just not running creative. After this lawsuit, they can't, because she's not the only woman. Like there are more women, and I guarantee you, when this woman gets the $1 billion payout that she gets, those other women are going to come to the surface. And I don't think it's them being money hungry. I see it's them getting back what they gave out and then some. Take everything. Oh my goodness. And we're still in January. Oh my God. Oh. What? This man is biracial. What is happening? What? Vince Mc... Oh, God. Oh, God. Is it biracial with blackness? Haven't we been through enough? Irish American. He's Irish. They say Irish immigrants. Oh. And Irish people are normally good people. Where did this one come from? Oh, he grew up in a trailer park. Ciao. I really thought he was playing a character. I didn't know this is who he really was. The internet said the man is evil, and you know there are still people backstage that know this was happening. He has to know this was happening in 2019. Listen, if he sex trafficked her to one person that worked within the WWE franchise, he sex trafficked her to multiple people. I think there wasn't a man on that board that did not have his way with her. Oh, I hope she's protected. I hope she's protected. Megan said the fallout of the WWE scandal is already happening. Slim Jim, who has been a sponsor of theirs over 30. Perfect. I would too. This is sick. This is sick. You're a billionaire. You should have just paid that woman. I guess she was tired of paying millions and millions of women money to women that you have abused. But that one, you should have gave her whatever she asked for. Now everybody gonna lose money. Poor Shekler said, who was it that said that there's no such thing as a good billionaire? That person wasn't lying. Yeah. I would say there's no good thing as a rich person. What did the Lord say? It's easier for a camera to get through an eye of a needle than for a rich man to get into heaven. He ain't lie. He ain't lie once. It's something about them rich. They not right. Of course. I wanted to have every dime. No shade. I didn't want to take money from them kids. I'm sorry. The bloodline got to suffer too. Absolutely not. Aye said, for some reason, I feel like I've already heard these stories about Vince. Oh, I've never. or it's just the vibe, probably the vibe. But I feel like stories about him have come out before, maybe in the early 2000s. I think so too. I think so too. Ooh, CM said, I feel for Sable because it happened to her and now her husband is involved. What? Oh my goodness. I know WWE was this messy. Absolutely, Spency. Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's so, guys, this happens to so many women. Like when that whole stuff happened with Harvey Weinstein, everybody in the industry was just like, he's not the only one. Are you kidding me? He's not the only one. It is extremely normal and it's so sad, but it is extremely normal for a woman in the entertainment industry to be sexually harassed or assaulted. Like, it's insane. I remember back in the day, we all started creating Facebook groups of like women comedians, women improvisers, women stand-up comics, women sketch artists, and we were just all in there just becoming our own little community, giving information and tea about men that you should stay away from. Don't walk alone with him. Don't be in a room alone with. It was the craziest thing, but it is what we all had to do. And there were so many women reporting in there saying, thank you, I did what you told me to do. He did try something, but I was in a safe, protected environment, and he was not able to do what he could have done if I didn't do the things that you guys told me to do. Very, very sad, but very necessary if you're going to work in this industry. Any industry for that matter. But I did not know how terrible the entertainment industry was. I came out here so naive, and my God, today, it's a scary place. Some people said if he wanted to do his 6 fantasies, he could have, yeah. But see, this is the thing, right? They don't never want to pay the woman that's down for it. They like to humiliate women. Men like this do not like women. He needed to humiliate her. I bet you when he did those horrific things to her, he never prepared her for it. It was a turn on for him to see her hurt, embarrassment, and humiliation. Because there will always be, a sex worker who's ready to get that coin, who signed up for that job, right? Or somebody who that's their kink. But they don't want that. They don't want that. They want the woman that they could harm, humiliate, and break. Sick individuals. Sick individuals. Oh, this is deep. This is deep. Not my girls in this mess. Oh, absolutely. All the stuff that's coming out. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. This is the thing. That woman, I don't think that she's going to know the impact. I'm talking about Cassie, of what she did until years and years later, because so many women and men are going to start coming out and speaking their piece. And it's, buckle up. The end of the H said Brock was supposed to return to Royal Rumble tomorrow. They better change those plans. Child, he in a whole lawsuit. Absolutely. Me too. A true inspiration. Nothing. Get your coins. Get your coins. And more. And more. They deserve everything they're asking for and more. I do not think that she could leave him. You can't break up with a billionaire. You saw how many times Cassie allegedly left Diddy? Security and everybody and all his friends, whoever worked for him, brought her right back every time. She was absolutely trafficked. Janelle was absolutely trafficked because she was not there on her own. Allegedly. Cameron said it's crazy because there's been a lot of claims for the past 2 years of his daughter Stephanie McMahon assaulting a younger male wrestler behind the scenes and putting their. Yep. See, this is the thing. I heard more stuff about Stephanie than I did hear about Vince. I did not hear as much stuff about Vince as I heard about Stephanie. Ugh. If I was them, I would do it. If I was them, I would do it. I would just get rid of anything connected to him, because I don't think that this is the last lawsuit that's going to be filed against him. I don't think this is it. I do not think this is it. Megan said all anyone has to do is watch The Dark Side of the Ring Plane Ride from Hell, and you'll see with kind of, oh my God, the era was called the Attitude Era for a reason. The Dark Side of the Ring Plane Ride from Hell. Okay. Child. All of those families go through it. Helena said there's female wrestlers and performers who have heavily implied that Vince harassed them. One of them was Ashley Massaro. Oh. Missy said, brilliant businessman, but horrible human being. I wonder how if Netflix will respond. Well, they're going to do whatever they got to do. They got to recoup that $5 billion. And about him being brilliant, gifts and callings come without repentance. Well, see, Sarah, you have a human heart. He's not well. So his kink was not defecating on people. It was seeing women be broken by him defecating on her. Like for a lot of them, it is not the consent that is the kink. It's consent is not the kink for them. It's not consenting that's the kink. And you know what's about to happen? All of these people are going to be like, yeah, we heard stories about him. Yeah, I knew he did this. Yeah, I saw him do this. And you didn't do anything. Please, all of those people who are going to come up and start doing that, just shut up. Just shut up. Because you, although you did not commit the act, you are just as worse as he is, because you allowed it to happen in front of you. I don't care if you were scared about losing your job. I don't care that you had a family to take care of. If you saw a woman being sex trafficked at your place of work and you did not say anything, you are just as responsible as Vince. Please shut up. We do not want to hear how you saw and heard things and didn't do anything. I hate when they do that. I hate that. Sarah also said he's like an exotic bird collector. He only wants a woman who is free because his dream is to put her in a cage. Trevor Noah, yep. These deplorable men always want what they cannot have. Them red pill dudes. They don't want pick-me's. They don't want the triad wives who are doing all the I stay at home and barefoot and pregnant and cook for my husband. They don't want them girls. They want the woman that's free, because they want to rip her wings off and put her in a cage. Oh, yes. Right on the nose, Momi. Momi said, men who abuse don't... Let me take this demon off. Men who abuse don't want the person they are abusing to have a choice. It's about having control over that person. Absolutely. Let's move on. To something a little lighter. So I'm going to talk about this more in depth with Arnold next week. But before we move on, just a quick little note. I want Janelle to take everything from WWE. I apologize to the fans. I want her and the victims to take everything and burn it down. If it was great, you can rebuild again without that demon's hands all over it. Power to the victims. Let's move on to Passion Fashion Week. So I was just scrolling on the Instagram and I saw something that gagged me, right? I was like, what is this? So apparently Paris Fashion Week is wrapping up this week, and my God, today the designers have been showing out. I'm going to talk real quickly about Robert Woon and about Mason Margiela. However, me and Arnold are going to go in depth about all of the gag-worthy moments at Paris Fashion Week, because we have got to talk about this, guys. They were on their Zoom in Paris. They were on their Zoom. All of the designers were showing up to work. Fashion is back. Fashion is back. But let's get into the looks. Just a few looks from Robert Woon, who is a fabulous designer who was showing up and showing out at Fashion Week. Let's get into this look. What's going on in the mind here? What's going on in the mind here? Like, look, I wish I could zoom into this. Look at all the details. Look at all the details in this design. Gagged. Paris was on their Zoom. Paris was on their Zoom. My God, today. And guys, I'm showing you the tame looks. These are the tame looks. My God, today. Arnold will be here next week and he will be breaking down every freaking look. I am gagged at everything that came out of Paris Fashion Week. But this was the look that stopped me in my tracks. What? And the red specks all over this dress is red rhinestones. Red rhinestone. This right here is an artist. This is an artist. If you're like a horror fan, this is like the favorite. This is like the best wedding dress for you. Like them horror fan people who get married on Halloween. This is the dress, girl. This is the dress. I was like, what is this? Oh, baby, we're going to break it down next week. We're going to break it down next week. And let's get into Mason Margiela, who just has so many stunts on this runway. So many stunts. And that's the big girl. The big girl from Game of Thrones. Oh, she was eating that runway. Oh, she was eating that runway. So the theme of this was like porcelain dolls, gagged. Gagged. Like, come on. They were on their Zoom, y'all. They were on their Zoom. And of course, all of the makeup was done by Pat McGrath. Porcelain doll. This is makeup. There's no mask, guys. This is makeup to make them look like porcelain dolls. They were on their Zoom, y'all. They were on their Zoom. I was watching videos because normally, like, you just see little pictures or whatever from Fashion Week and you're like, okay, cool. I was engulfed. I was looking at everything. I was watching videos of runway shows again. The last time I did that, I was watching Hanita's runway show. I don't do that no more. But I was in it. And I was like, oh no, me and Arthur got to talk about this. I got to get his expertise. Did you guys see anything out of Paris Fashion Week that like gagged you? If so, let's talk about it in the chat. But oh my God, what is my mom in here saying? Mom, there's always the hater. I'm sorry. Robert was on his Zoom. You are jealous. You are jealous. Thank you. A woman with taste. A woman with taste. Thank you. I was thinking about all the Rue girls that can eat these looks up. I was thinking about all of them. Yes, I can absolutely see him working with Doja. Absolutely see him working with her. Why are you hating? Why are you hating? See, oh my, oh y'all, mm-mm, mm-mm. This is about Vince. They sure did. They sure did. They sure did. And they're absolutely responsible for why my girl is no longer here. They sure did. They sure did. Um, um, let me move past the hating comments of Mama Star. Missy said, my 40-year-old brain always has to remind myself on their Zoom. Oh, you got to get up. You got to get on your Zoom. Yes! Rhinestones. Oh, we are going to go into detail. We are going to go into detail. Robert was on his Zoom. On his Zoom. Malty said, I'm always looking for videos of unconventional wedding dresses. I like that kind of thing. Yeah, that runway was eating. Pat McGrath. I literally watched a video of her do the makeup for Mason Margiela. I said, "Oh, that wasn't a mask that they were wearing." I thought she was going to like put makeup on a mask and put it on them. This was literally her. This was literally her putting makeup on their face and manipulating the products to make them look like porcelain dolls. She's a freaking genius. She deserves all her flowers. She's amazing. Amazing. I was like, that's makeup? What? Right? Genius. Pay her whatever she asking. How? A genius. Yes, it's still going on. I think today or Sunday is the last day. Momi said, didn't see a lot, but I appreciated what Zendaya and Rihanna was wearing. You know what? My girl Zendaya normally eats. I feel like the wig that she was wearing this time around was she just hated it. It was obvious that the wig was uncomfortable for her. And I like seeing her flawless and effortless. I think this fashion week, the look that they were going for, it was too much work for her. So she didn't enjoy. So to me, it didn't look like she was enjoying the looks. She normally does, but I just didn't. We are going to get it. We are going to get into them, please. I just wanted to briefly talk about that because I was just like, wow. Everybody showed up. Normally it's just like one or two designers. Every freaking designer showed their whole behind in Paris. I'm like, what happened? Did y'all have a meeting? And was like, we're going to do some of our best work collectively? Everybody was eating. I was so gagged. So gagged. Sarah says, Scarparelli's show was good. I thought Hunter and Zendaya served face and looks as always. Always. Oh, Hunter be eating. The wig, guys, the wigs was a no for me. Well, Cheryl looks were cute, but the wigs was a no. And I just think it was just because of how she looked, and felt. I don't know. It was just something up. I was just like, I don't think that this wig is for her. When I wear my Robert Wound pieces, I don't want you hating. I don't want you hating. I don't want you hating. Oh my. Don't y'all take Mama Star's lead? Now, she literally got the glass facial that everybody's been trying to get. Pat had that down, Pat. She had it. A legend, an icon, if you will. She's so good. Yeah, I got that too. Definitely dark romance. Definitely dark romance. Yeah, he don't miss. The wig was a miss for me. She hated that wig. I'm like, why don't you just take that off? She don't like that wig. You know what? This is the thing, right? I always say you can punch up. You can always punch up, especially when it's like rich people, no shade, white people, you won't get You're going to get some licks too because, you're privileged. I'm not a fan of that family, especially because I feel like um, they pillage from my community and farm blacks. However, there's no however. In addition to my feelings, I did not like the discussion going around about that young woman's face. I will not say regardless of what that family has done, because although they did what they did it with willing black people. The black people in their life walked onto that plantation willingly. They were not held captive. They allowed those Caucasians to farm them for culture. So everything that they did was through consent of the black people in their life. So I can't get mad at them for that, but I see you, right? However, in addition to, I just was not okay with the discussion about her face. In any scenario, privilege or not, it's really hard being a woman, especially growing up in the public eye, and to have people who see you for the first time on a reality TV show that you cannot consent to because you are a child call you ugly at the age of 13, right? To the point where you start changing your face before it has even fully set in so that you can look appeasing to the people who should not even matter to you, right? Now, at not even 30, you have done unrepairable work to your face, and there is nothing that you can do. And the same people who called you ugly as a child are now calling you ugly as a young woman after you did all that you can do to appease those people. I have always felt like that young woman was always a victim. The black men were victims in that family, the black people were victims in that family, but so was that young lady. My God, today there is no way her parents should have approved half of, if not all, of the stuff that was being done to her face and body. And I will never forget this basketball player. I will never say his name because whatever, you will never find that interview. It was scrubbed from the internet. But he made a comment about how this young woman's mother came into their locker room and was parading her around to basketball players. And he was just like, we were adults and she was a teenager, parading her around because her mother was working that young girl. And he talked about it in an interview. To this day, I cannot find it. So I've always felt like she has been a victim. So I've always had like a little spot in my heart for that young lady. And I've just always felt bad for her. Rich or not, white or not, privileged or not, I just did not like the conversation about her face. I feel really bad for her, like, especially as an aging woman. My God, today, like, we can only exist for 10 years. That's from 20 to not even 30, and we're thrown a freaking way. My God, today, she can't even enjoy her youth. None of us can. Not even the privilege. So I felt bad for her. So that's why I didn't even want to bring that conversation up. And you didn't do anything wrong, Honey Bunny Dreams. But I just didn't even want to talk about that because I was just like, dang, she can't even, like, there's nothing that she can do. Nobody will be happy with anything that she does. And now it's just too late to do anything. So she's just going to rot in front of us and be made fun of it and be made fun of. Yikes. Never. She's never been protected. Nobody has ever protected her. And she's the youngest out of that family. All of those women, older women, and nobody protected her. But she's a billionaire, so yay. I tell you one thing, she's going to protect that baby. She's going to protect that baby. She's going to protect that baby. Happy hour with Miss Melanie. Mama Star said Kanye West has been turned out by that family, and now he's okay. All right, Mama Star. He just has to get on his Zoom and his meds. Deborah I said, seeing her recent face made me feel bad for her for the first time. It looked like she knew and regretted her decisions, but it's sad because there's nothing that she can do. She can dissolve all the filler, all the injections. However, now her skin will sag even more. So the next step would be to get a facelift at 20 freaking 5. She was never protected. Never protected. Never protected. I've always said that when she writes her book, page turner. Page turner. She was never protected. Fareed said, I get what you're saying, but she needs to leave her face alone. But I didn't think she was looking that old in those pics. I don't think that she looked old. I'll be honest with you. I thought that she looked, real talk, I thought that she looked like a 38-year-old who did not have on makeup. And I still don't think that that's like old. It's older or more mature, but I don't think that that's old. But she does not look her age. I don't fault them for what those black people did. I don't fault them. I fault all the black people. All of them are at fault. They willingly participated in that slave auction that family had going on for years. And when there was nothing left for them, no more cotton left for them to pick, they kicked them off that plantation. And now y'all got an attitude saying a white woman abused you. You wanted that. Nobody over here feels bad for you. Nobody feels bad for you. You wanted to be step and fetch it. Well, you got it. Leave us alone. Leave us alone. Honey Bunny Dream said it's the same with Chloe. People shamed her for being bigger and her seemingly black features, ironically calling her the ugly Kardashian. Absolutely. Now she looks nothing like her old self. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. I told you I stopped watching that show, the Playboy episode. The Playboy episode. I literally watched that young lady cry because she did not want to get naked. And her mother encouraged her to not only get naked, but to remove the pearls that were covering parts of her body that she felt uncomfortable exposing. I was a kid and I was so sickened watching that. I was like, wait a minute, this is wrong. And then she's taking videos and pictures and telling her child that she's doing a good job while she's opening her legs to a camera and removing the pearls that were covering her private parts. And people go up for these people. Insane. Insane. I could not believe what I was watching. Insane. What in the hell is up with that? Y'all have got to stop the buccal fat removal. Y'all don't even look old. Y'all look dead. It's giving Crypt Keeper. There's a new young celebrity every day, and I'm like, what? Who are y'all talking to? Are y'all getting facial consultations from the devil? Y'all got to be getting it from the devil or an enemy, because it don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. Yup. It's Latasha. Thank you so much for the super chat. It's Latasha said, just finished my Peloton workout. These nightly lives are keeping me motivated. Love the conversations, Nikki. Thank you so much for the super chat, and thank you for staying motivated and staying on your Zoom. It's Latasha. Thank you. Let's move on to our next subject. Let's move on to our girl Meg. And we're not talking about that mess. We're just getting into her new song, Hiss. Now, here's the thing, right? A lot of people were just like, "Oh, this isn't her best work." I don't think it was supposed to be her best work, right? Megan dropped a new song independently called Hiss. It's the second song after she dropped her Cobra song, right? And the Cobra song, she was addressing, a few things. One of them was, her boyfriend allegedly cheating on her. Now she's addressing, a lot of fans or stands of the Barbadian leprechaun from Canada. And Nicki Minaj and Drake specifically. She did say that this is the last time she's going to talk about this. So I don't think that this is really like a rollout for her. I think that this is just her finally talking about stuff that she was not able to talk about while the case was going on. I do think that after this, she's going to go another way and just move into full music and like not address this anymore. Because she said in the opening, this is the last time that I'm going to talk about any of this ever again. And good for her. I think she should get it off of her chest. And I think she should get it off of her chest creatively. This is her art. This is how she expresses herself. And this is what she did. And I go up for her in anything because I think she's a truly talented artist and a lyricist. So I was here for it. Was it freak nasty? No, you know what I mean? But this was her using her art to speak about a really traumatizing time for her. So I am absolutely here for it. Here are the lyrics to her new song, Hiss. I just want to kick this F off, this S. I just want to kick this S off by saying F y'all. I ain't gonna clear my name on an MFN thing. Every time I get mentioned, one of y'all BAs, one of y'all BA in words get 24 hours of attention. She's correct. I'm fitting to get this S off my chest and lay it to rest. Let's go. I feel like Mariah Carey got these N words so obsessed. Damn. My PUSSY so famous might get managed by Kris Jenner next. Mwah. Bars. He can't move on, can't let it go. He hooked, nose full of that Tina Snow. Crafty. And since N words need Megan's help to make money, B, come by me, ho. Ah. All of you B's is weak on the Bible, talking S from where no one can find you. I could never be judged by a B that was dancing, making R. Kelly go viral. Who is that? Everybody was talking about that. Nobody can find that person. If you know who she's talking about in that line, let me know. A, I'm sexy as F and I'm freaking. Get whoever I want, eeny, meeny. Why the F would I stay with an N word that's weak in the sheets and don't know how to please me? Bodies on bodies on bodies on bodies. Say he F Megan and now he the topic. These N words thinking they lowered the value. All this is free promo. I'm turning a profit. She does keep on winning. Keep on winning. Hate when an N word be kissing and telling. Say he a player, but he in his feelings. Bet I won't give up the ussy again. S should have gave it to his friend. Ah. These hoes don't be mad at Megan. These hoes be mad at Megan's Law. That's the lawyer, Megan the Bob lawyer. I don't really know what the problem is, but I guarantee y'all don't want me to start. B, you a ussy, never fitting to check me. Every chance you get, bet your weak A won't address me. B swear to G, but B swear they a G, but the G must stand for goofy. Where the F did all the gangster N words turn to groupies? Let them know. Everybody want to kick it when you ain't a threat. These N words don't like me because they know I'm on their neck. Y'all goofy a-holes look so dumb every time y'all celebrate fake news. Ha. Using my name for likes and views. I don't give an F and what y'all make trend. B, I still win. Megan. N-word, ain't you here? I ain't scared of penis. the derogatory word for penis. A man go against me, I handle S. I'm Teflon Don in a courtroom. They be throwing that dirt, that S don't stick. All these little rap N words, so fraud. Xanax be they hardest bars. These N words hate on BBLs and be walking around with the same scars. Bars! I'm sorry. Real curvy, no edging, N words fight to get in my section. Don't speak on my body count if the D ain't worth coming back for seconds. Cosplay gangsters, fake A accents. This is all about Drake. Posted in another N word hood like a bad bee. Where you from? I'm a big dog, B. Can't little sis me. Hoes get views when they trying to diss me. Move on. Got him in a tizzy. Killing S, that's why they trying to rip me. Still going hard with the odds against me. These N-words don't have fans, they bots. These B's don't have A, they shots. And they still tuned in if they fans or not. Allegations from oppositions, B niggas, B N-words just eating it up. These blogs get paid to lie. Y'all talk S and be broke as F. Talking about the shade room and the people commenting under the shade room. Bottom line is, I'm still rich, do Megan bad, and I'm still good. Bringing up who might have F'd at the bottom line is they still would. I just want to F my N-word in peace, but all my old N-words still love me. N-words ain't hit this ussy in years. Damn, I knew my S was heat. None of you N-words was wifey material. None of you N-words was worth all the drama. None of you N-words was hitting it raw. All right, safe sex is the only way to go. And man, I'm not one of your baby mamas. Always got my A out. Always let my titties show. When I'm in the gym, I think about B's that I'm S-ing on. I'm way too effing cocky to take him back if he been cheating. I can't let none of you raggedy B's think y'all my equal. Ever since I claimed the summer, all you B's want a season. Ask a hoe why she don't like me. Bet she can't give you a reason. Oh, I'm using that one. I'm using that whole paragraph is for me. You know, well, these B's want to sound like Tina. Don't you ever grab a mic and think that me and you are competing. A bad B and the walls ain't bending. Post photo, name start trending. Why every time y'all get on one of y'all Z-list hoes do an interview, I get mentioned? I don't F with who think what. You N-words is typing for nothing. On the internet, typing this S, write him a letter or something. Say B-A-N word. Don't type me nothing else. Don't write me nothing else. Get the F out the comments. Download JPay since y'all N-words got so much to say. Or schedule a conjugal visit or something. D, rotten, A, N-words. Bow, 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 bow. Okay, well, she got a lot off her chest. And I'm proud of her. Listen, say what you got to say. She has been a topic for like 2 years now, and she hasn't said anything. They have called her a liar. They have slut shamed her. They have said that he should have killed her. You know, pick-me's have went up for her crying on these interviews that she was doing. You know, black journalists mad that she's not sitting down with them, but then going under the shade room comments and just making terrible, you know, comments about her and writing terrible articles about her and thinking that she's going to sit down with you. She's endured a lot. So this is her time to speak her piece, and I'm actually here for it. Go off, Megan. I'm proud. What do you guys think? Let's get into it. Deborah said, I really wish May could just release music that doesn't come from a place of animosity. Well, see, this is the thing. I don't think this is her releasing music. I think this is her addressing all of the things that was sad about her that she did not address at that time. I don't know if she just wasn't in a place to do it. I don't know if the people in her life who love her said that this just was not healthy for her, or her management or her team or her legal counsel said don't say anything. I don't know what was the reason, but I think this is her talking about what happened to her and speaking to that. And then she's moving on. She said it in this song. This is the last time I'm talking about this, and I'm moving on. So I think the next rollouts or whatever they may be will just be music. Ryan said, I love the video. The fact that she's independent and doing all this is crazy. She has a budget. Well, she's making money. Faree said, Megan cleared Nikki, got her a little bit. I want Megan to respond. I want a real rap beef tied of the Instagram comment shade. This is the thing. I don't think she can beef with Nikki because I think there's something going on there. Everybody is going up for her in that live, and I just see somebody battling something. And I don't think for Nikki or for Megan that this would be a healthy rap beef. I don't think that it will. I don't think that for her, for Nikki, it will stay industry or like just entertainment. I just feel like she's just not somebody that she could beef with healthily. Something is happening there, and it needs to be addressed. And I hope that that she get help. Vicky said, and what's funny is that Meg tried so hard not to speak on those things to be nice. She did. She did. And the thing about it is, now that she's speaking up, after everybody was telling her Megan say something, now everybody's like, oh, you don't need to address it. What do y'all want this young lady to do? She can't win for losing. My God, today. The Optic said, I appreciate how Megan and the Bailey sisters use their music to do the talking like their mother, Beyonce. Absolutely. Donna said, not only did she read them all for filth, it was done so brilliantly. Cleared. Absolutely. Never. He ain't never beaten them. Paris said, Nikki brought up Meg's mom. She says she's a liar. She called Cardi. She got a lot going on. Me too, Alicia. That's our little sis. I love her. I love her. I tried my best. I tried my best. Yasmin says she only released his to respond to people who have been subbing and attacking her for years. She said it was a warning shot. Absolutely. Really? Because I saw something about that and it just didn't look like it was a good receipt. It didn't look like, well, Akbar was saying all kinds of stuff about her, and I'm like, can y'all just, be artists? Why out of rap, like rap has to be the violent art form. Out of all, like, every other artist is just so chill, and then you get to the rappers and it's it's like, oh my goodness, take an ibuprofen and sit down. Oh, she ate that video up. Yeah, I didn't want to tap into that because yikes. Yeah. Yikes. A poet, if you will. Dee Nicole said, in Mim's video, Make It Make Sense, did a video earlier and said the R. Kelly references in regards to Akbar, based on a video she did saying she would have been one of the younger. What? So many people are unwell. We got to at least complete high school and maybe a semester or two at community college, because the mind has to continue to develop. Oh my gosh. Oh my. Stop. Don't do that. Fareed said, Megan can compete in terms of bars with Nikki for me. I need a real rap beef, those unity made things phony. If the men can do it, they can do it too. It's unfair not to let them go at it as men. Here's the thing: the men did it as well, but the men started dying. Like, that's the thing. What happened? They started killing each other over these beefs that everybody thought was entertainment. Everybody thought. She sure did, Mama. She sure did. I think so too. I think so too. I'm gonna get two more, and then we're gonna move into our last subject because I got to get into my other live. I agree, Carmen. She's an artist. This is the best way to vent. Speak on it and let it go. Yay, sis. I agree. Oh, you in the crates. You in the crates. MTV has some great content back in the day. Let's move on. So recently, a TikToker named Willpower, this is his partner, they adopted a young Black child by the name of Zoe. Will actually went viral. Let me see if I have it. Did I download it? Oh, shoot. I didn't download it. Hold on. Will actually went viral for a video.
Adopted a Black baby.
So I was involved in the. Don't let me.
I am hoping to get
Here
this
we
TikTok
go.
over to Black TikTok. Any Black parents? We have.
Hold on one second. I'm so sorry, guys. I thought I downloaded this and I didn't. So this is love. Well, anyway, he is a TikToker who
I'm hoping to get this TikTok over to Black TikTok. Any Black parents?
Who did a video about adopting his Black daughter, and it didn't go over well with a lot of Black people on the app. And then people started finding his Instagram and realizing that he is a content creator who wants to become a family, who wants to make his channel a family channel. So before his daughter was even born, he was already setting up ways to financially profit over off of this child. Slavery, if you will, if we're going to keep it buck, because this child cannot consent to the things that he wants to do to her, or he wants, or Will and his partner wants to do with her. Hold on. So this is love. Child, I hope they let me show this video to y'all, because they got this song on here. We will see. So Will has been getting a lot of feedback, and when he got a lot of feedback from the Black TikTok people that he wanted to see this video, his response was victimization and making the Black people the bad guy. And what I am very thankful of is a lot of creators on that app and on Instagram and on YouTube who were making videos about how, as transracial adoptees, this was very unhealthy, and this was very reminiscent of something that happened to them when they were adopted by their non-Black parents. Now, I am not saying that you can not be a loving and happy and healthy parent to a Black child if you're not Black. I'm just saying this gentleman in particular rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. So I want to share this video with you, and then we will discuss.
TikTok over to Black TikTok. Any Black parents? We have adopted a Black baby. Her name is Zoe, and I don't know what to do for her hair. I have this little brush. I have something from Shea Moisture. I really don't know what to use. So please, any black parents or anyone who knows what to do with black children's hair, please help me in the comments.
That poor child, she's not content. She is not cattle. That video just really broke my heart because it was very obvious what he was doing and why he adopted this child, right? Because if you go back in his history from how he was planning for her to get here, he was posting pictures of, him and his husband shopping and, tagging Black Instagram or Black Twitter or Black TikTok, like really trying to get the eyes and attention of Black people on whatever social media app that he was on, while also posting pictures of Zoe's Black mother giving birth to her, which did not look like she consented those pictures at all. Because there's one picture where, and I'm not going to show that here, where he is looking into the camera while Zoe's mother is like in pain, pushing her child out of her body. So this Black woman's body is exposed, and he's using this moment for a camera opportunity for him. He's posing while she's in pain, probably mortified and hurt because she's pushing out her child and giving it to this man because she can either not afford to take care of her child, or for whatever reason does not want to do it. Something like that is never an easy thing to do. And I can only imagine what she's going through now, knowing that her child is being exploited by this man and his partner. More on Will, because his partner is not, or his husband is not involved in a lot of the videos that we have seen. There's also videos that have come out and confirmed that Will and his partner have over 100 charges against them. They both are recovering addicts, so we're not going to hold that against them and say that recovering addicts cannot be parents. But for me, I am very concerned that this man who has over 100 charges against him, some violent, adopting a Black child and using her Blackness for content while tagging the community that she comes from because he wants to get our attention. Here is the thing that Will did not want. He didn't want constructive criticism from our community, and he also did not want to be checked. He wanted Black affirmation or rage. Here is why he wanted that, because Black attention, in whatever form you get it, pays very well, right? That's why you have people on Twitter saying the most outlandish things about Black people. You write a post about Black anything, and it will immediately get attention. Why? Because Black people drive conversations and culture. Black people start trends. If you even think about how Black people built this nation, right? We're a very significant part in building in every aspect of this nation. So if it's just, literal building a building, and any building that you see here in the United States of America, Black people built it, right? Any institution that you see here in America, Black people built it. If you think of schooling, if you think of any progressive rights and laws that are in effect or trying to be removed from being in effect in the United States of America, Black people are behind it. If you think of the last starlets, the last popular entertainers within the last 10 years, Black people gave them that platform. So he knew exactly what he was doing by tagging Black TikTok, tagging Black Instagram, tagging Black Americans, tagging Black Lives Matter. He knew exactly what he was doing because he knew whether we liked the content or hated the content, we were going to drive up his algorithm. And before his child even came into this world, he was reaching out to sponsors for dad content brand deals. This baby is content. This beautiful Black child is content. And it's extremely concerning, especially how Black children are put into some of the most dangerous situations because whatever foster system, either open or private, they do not care about our children. So this gentleman was dragged on and off social media to the point where he deleted some of his accounts, and now he is in his comments playing victim. Now he no longer wants the opinions of Black people now because it's not working in his favor. But he doesn't need our attention anymore because he's been able to go viral. He's got the attention that he needed, and now his community is protecting him from the big Black people. So it's sad to say, but he got what he wanted, and he got it off the back of that Black child whose face and hair he was brushing off. That's all I wanted to say. What do you guys have to say? Let's get into it. Ryan said, I remember seeing it. Me too. I remember the first day it came out. The first day it came out, I was gagged. I remember seeing it when it was originally uploaded, and I was confused by the comments full of Black women were so chill and claiming to be an internet auntie. Here is why. No shade. Black people don't like to admit it. We are colonized people, right? When you are beat, harassed, oppressed, conditioned to think that you are less than and that your oppressor is better than you, you will normally gravitate to act in an oppressive way. I am absolutely 1000% sure that the Black people who saw that video, all of them were hitting their ancestors. But when you are conditioned to believe that white is right, they trick their own selves to think that what he was doing was beautiful, knowing that they absolutely felt that this was not right. Every Black person who saw that video, there was a rip in their spirit, especially about the way that he talked about this child like she was an animal. Nothing about her was him connecting with her in any kind of way as a parent. He was talking to her like he was an owner. And it was very alarming. Very alarming. I don't think for 1 second that she's safe in that household. But what can you do? She was adopted. It's a legal adoption. It was a private adoption because they have so many convictions between the both of them. They would not be able to adopt without a private adoption. So basically what a private adoption is you're buying a child. You're buying a child from a poor or working class woman of color, poor working class woman, or a poor working class woman of color. They set a fee. You agree to the fee. You get an adoption broker. They look over the forms, but at the end of the day, nobody's thinking about the safety of that child. It's a deal. It is a financial deal. They put up the money to buy that child. That child was put up on an auction block and she was bought. That's what that is. And it should not be legal. Indigo Girl said, we got to get real about the state of affairs. It's not trafficking, but it's adjacent. I will call it trafficking, flat out. Family blogging is big business. Many family bloggers exploit their kids. Remember Huxley? Remember we had that whole conversation about Huxley, that young Asian child that white family adopted, and the mom was saying that the dad was afraid of him, and he was getting really angry and scared to be in his home with this 4-year-old Asian child. But before it was all gravy when you were able to do your transracial vlogging videos about what it's like being a white mom of an Asian child. But as soon as your husband is afraid because your Asian child that's handicapable is having some kind of interactions with your husband where your husband feels uncomfortable that he's staring at him, knowing and purchasing this child, knowing that they have these handicapable abilities, because you even said in your video that that's what you were looking for, because God told you to be a blessing to a child that's handicapable, right? She conveniently forgot about that. And then she did a video about rehoming this human child. And everybody in the comments, poor Asian mothers in the comments saying, rehoming is how you talk about pets. Huxley is a human being. Soon as she got to 1 million followers, all of a sudden Huxley was no longer important or valuable to her anymore. They bought him and they returned him. I feel like if you're going to adopt a child from another culture, and not engulf them in their culture, for me, that's abuse. For me, that's abuse. You should not be adopting a child from a culture that is different from yours and not in any way exposing them to their culture by way of food, by way of people, by way of traveling there, by way of going to events from people within their community. You are abusing that child because you are keeping them away from who they are and forcing your culture on them. And you cannot say that you do not have any biases against that person's culture. That's the American way. That's the American way. If they keep us divided, they keep us weak. We all have biases against each other's communities. As long as we're fighting against each other, we're not looking up to what's happening above us. That is the American way. I just do not understand how you adopt a child who is different from you and you do not in any way engulf that child in its differences. It's crazy. Like if I ever adopted a child that was from a different culture, if I adopted a cute little girl from China, me and my baby, we would be in Chinatown every weekend. We would be taking Mecca trips back to China every summer. I would be engulfing myself in my baby's culture, trying to figure out what it is. Going down to Chinatown, I know I'm looking crazy, but I'm down there trying to, help my baby see people who look like her, because if she with me, she gonna see people who look like me. But I want to make sure that my child that I'm raising is able to see that there are people who look just like her. So I'm in Chinatown every weekend. And we down there, we eating, we shopping, we chatting and chewing. We having a good old time. And I'm not making the people there feel uncomfortable. I'm going to be a conversation starter because I need help. I don't know what to do with NikkiNicoleStar. I need somebody to help me. So I'm going to be down there shipping and shopping with my child, and then I'm going to strike up a conversation. Hello, is it konnichiwa? Help me. I learn what's good. This is my daughter, NikkiNicoleStar. You know what I mean? You can see that I have a different kind of hair. What would you use on my child's hair? Not asking what they use on you. What would you use on my baby's hair? Because I have tried everything. I've been, putting my stuff in there, my pink oil moisturizer, and it is just not working. Girl, could you help me? And if you're inviting, they will absolutely help. They will absolutely help because they're looking out for that child. They want to make sure you're not a crazy person. So they will absolutely help. If it's the year of the rat or the dragon, me and my baby turn it up. Lunar New Year, we in it like that. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to figure it out because I want to make sure that my child has the best experience on this earth, because as her parent, that is my responsibility. What are y'all doing with these babies? Didn't we talk about this last live? That children are the most unprotected community in the world. Nobody cares for kids. Nobody looks out for these babies. They are oppressed by the oppressed. It's you can literally buy children. It's trafficking and it's legal. The most unprotected community in the globe, children. I'm sorry, let me get off my soapbox. Give Me Just said he was brushing that baby's hair really hard and is worried about protective styles for a newborn. No, he wasn't. He did not care. He wanted to go viral. He did not care about that baby. And that's what scared every mother that watched that video. Black, white, Asian. Like, let me go through all the cultures. Because I hate when people do black, white, purple. Nobody purple exists. Unless you're talking about Widget the World Watcher. Black, white, Asian, everybody outside and in between who considers themselves a mother or a woman, watched that video and their heart broke because they knew exactly what that man was doing. He don't care nothing about that child. She a prop. He didn't even take time to learn how to brush her hair. He was brushing that child's face, blushing her placenta perm right off of her forehead. He did not care. That was not important to him. He wanted fame. And unfortunately, that is not new. That I see that all the time out here in Hollywood. These stage parents are scary. Britney Spears' parents, light work. Light work. Literally, parents out here trafficking their children to predators because they want their kid to have a hit show on Disney. Corey Haim ain't never lied. Ain't never lied. It's sad. We all knew what he was doing. And I'm telling you, when these kids finally get a law to protect them, these kids and content creator families, when they finally get a law to protect them, oh, baby, everything gonna change. Because now the parents got to get a job. You got to get a job. Your job is no longer that baby. Now you got to get a real job. And watch how fast they start returning these kids. Watch how fast they start returning these kids. He's not slick. He shouted out Shea Moisture because he wanted a sponsorship deal. That's all that was. Like she barely had hair. Why are you brushing it? Why are you shoving a camera in this kid's face? She can't even properly open her eyes yet. Yep. And as soon as the black people were just like, this is not how you handle a child or a black child or any child for that matter, all of a sudden, oh, you guys are really mean. Oh, you guys are telling me to kill myself. I don't care about that no more. Because I don't believe that. Because y'all all come up with the same thing. Hi, I know that the things that I said was wrong or ignorant, but telling me to kill myself. So every time y'all get checked, somebody told you to kill yourself, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I do not. You're a liar. You're a liar. Brittany said, why wouldn't you obtain knowledge concerning the child you chose to love before you adopted them? Ignorance on full display. Well, he was never ignorant. He was with the mother. He already had bought Zoe while she was still in the womb. He'd been posting on his Instagram 2 months before the baby was even born. Posting up pictures with the mom. You couldn't ask her how to take care of the child's hair? What are you talking about? They're all getting exploited. Child exploitation on full display. I'm going to get through more and then I got to get into my other live. Happy hour with Miss Melanie 1 hour. Happy said how he was able to adopt her. He does not know how to care for her. Zoe is not a doll baby. To him, he is. Between the both of them. And that's why they had to go through private adoption. Because they knew if they went any other way, they would not be able to get a child. Not even a black one. Because, our kids are the ones they throw to the worst people out there. But you can't have no offenses. That's the only thing. Candace said the baby is fresh out the womb. What is he trying to do to her hair? My God, today. He don't know what he's doing and he does not care. And it's so frightening because there's nothing that we can do. There's nothing that we can do. And that child is locked in at home with him for 18 years. Indigo Girl said a lot of these family bloggers are following their Kardashians. They don't care about their children. Yeah, they're just trying to gain wealth. They're just trying to gain wealth. Private adoption. And that needs to be dismantled. Some people said they only want the baby because they're white men trying for a black baby. No, they approve. Former addicts couldn't adopt the baby. Yeah, they couldn't. And this is the thing. I'm not saying that because they're former addicts, they cannot adopt a child. It's because they're terrible people. Everyone. People who have no followers literally get up on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, wherever, and say, oh, Black women are ugly. Next thing you know, they got 1 million followers. Not because half of those people agree, but because everybody is paying attention to them. And as soon as they start getting eyes on them, all of a sudden it's, I'm so sorry. What I said was so ignorant. I'm a kid. I don't know what I'm doing. You're 32. You're 32. And I apologize for everything that I said, but you guys should not be telling me to kill myself. It's rage engagement farming. It's either rage engagement farming or it's affirmations, like an affirmation engagement farming, where, you know, white guys or just non-Black men in general get up and be like, you know what I like about Black women? And all the Black women in the comments like, oh my goodness, you can have me. I'll be your Harriet Tubman, just embarrassing everybody. That's the same thing. Those guys don't like Black women. Those guys have never dated a Black woman, and they are not going to marry a Black woman, but they need followers. They need followers. And the best way to do that is to yell anything Black. The first video that ever went viral that I did, I tagged Black people, Black Americans, and Black Lives Matter. I got 1 million views in a day. Blackness is powerful. We just haven't tapped into it. Ryan said, literally, there are kids for sale up to $15K or more. If people are willing to pay, they can have that child. People can also pick. Yep, absolutely. The worst racists I know, I went to church with, were on Facebook trying to buy an Asian child. Let me tell you something. I went to the Lord so fast. I said, Lord, do not let an Asian baby land in those demons' home. Please don't do that to your seed. I prayed, and I planted that seed, and I seen the harvest. Because they still on Facebook complaining about how they can't get no damn kids. God is good. God is good. Oh, I went to the Lord. I said, absolutely not. Absolutely not. 3 more and then we got to go, my loves. Sorry, Traders fam. I'm coming. Who my baby? My imaginary baby, NikkiNicoleStar. What's up? Yes. Jazzy Go said, please do research on this man. He posed the baby on statues, on pillars. The baby was fresh out the womb. He already had her doing photo ops all around town in all kinds of elements. Didn't have a coat or a hat on the baby. Child placed her in car seats incorrectly and many other inappropriate situations. I am a mandated reporter through my profession. He's terrible. Nobody's colorblind. Nobody's colorblind. Highly problematic. And yes, the colorblind transracial adoptive parents are highly problematic. And yes, it's psychological abuse to deprive a child that you are raising of their own culture. Absolutely. There are transracial adoptees all over TikTok responding to that video and saying, you are the problem. You are the reason why I can never leave therapy. This happened to me. Please do not do that to your child. Oh, it's Ni Hao. That's right. Ni Hao. Me and NikkiNicoleStar are in the building. What's good, Chinatown? Let's go. Yes. Let's go. My baby won't have box braids, but I may give her a baby hero too, and y'all gotta mind your business. That's my child. I can't let her have box braids, but she gonna want to do her edges, and I'm just gonna let her. So get mad now. Get mad now. Cam Delete said, my adopted mother loved to tell people how she had to teach me not to talk so Black. I am so sorry. That should not have happened to you, Cam. I'm Awake said, you have to build community with their community. Absolutely. Or you will raise them to be afraid of their community and disdain their community. And you know who's going to have to do the labor to help them repair Black women. Black women that they meet in high school, young Black women just going to school, but now we have to do emotional and trauma labor because your parents removed you from the community that is going to help you throughout this life, right? So now young Black girls have to repair them, right? After they get abused by them first. Because young Black girls are always the target of abuse from every community, even the communities we belong to. Then a Black woman at work got to do the work for them. A Black woman can't just go to work. Now she got to help this kid who grew up in that terrible environment. In college, you got to do it, right? Especially if they go to an HBCU. My God, today, the labor that Black women have to do never stop. And there's no rewards. No rewards. Oh, y'all not gonna let me live down NikkiNicoleStar. That's my baby. That's my baby. We never get a break. We never get a break. The most attacked and the most accepting community. We never get a break. We never get a break. All day and every day, Mama Star. You right. You right. I'm going to get opulent. 2 more. Gotta go. Opulence that my siblings are different cultures, and my parents make sure they have people around them with their same background. I can't describe how important that has been for them. Yes, like you just have to do that. My little sister, not adopted, but her pops is Jamaican. My mom did her best to engulf her in that culture. I think she did a bit too much, but because sometimes people ask her, what's her culture? Oh, I'm Jamaican. I'm like, you're African American. Yes, we're there too. We're there too. But engulf your child in their culture. How dare you strip them from the beauty that is who they are? Period. And we'll be there every weekend. Every weekend. Take and take. Yes, we are. I'm hella late. I'm about to hop out of this video and get on over there. I'm so sorry, Traders fam. Here I come. Thank you all so much for joining me for my new segment, Girl, What's Going On? It'll get tighter and more cleaner as we go on, but this is something new. Let me know if you like it. Give me some suggestions. I will see you all soon. Love you all. Let me get this demon off of my outro. Love you all. Thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful Friday and a beautiful weekend. And I'll see you soon for something else. Maybe Traders. Bye. Love y'all.